Hey, welcome back, guys. So today on this video, we are talking about your Acuity scheduling, and more specifically, I'm going to quickly answer a question I keep getting a lot on my other video, and that is, how do you set your availability hours in Acuity scheduling? So let's go ahead and talk about this. First off, guys, real quick video, not too many steps involved, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video. But why would you want to set your availability hours in Acuity anyways? Well, that's pretty easy. If you're running an online business, maybe doing coaching and setting up your calendar through Acuity, some days or times you're not available. Whatever the case is, it's a pretty easy process. It's handled here in your Acuity scheduling. Check my video description. I'll try to leave the written instructions there as well. But I've already logged into my Acuity scheduling, and this is the home screen. Now here on the home screen, if you want to set your calendar availability in Acuity, here on the left side, you're going to click on this button here called Availability. Okay, once you do that, you want to go ahead and click on your calendar. Once you do that, you're going to see the availability. So you're going to get a couple of different options. First place you want to look is here on Set Hours of Availability. So as you can see in my calendar, Sundays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I am closed. However, on Monday, I like to wake up a little bit later, so I'm not taking appointments until 12 up until 5 p.m. And on Thursdays, I want to take off early, so I take appointments from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock. Now, let's say I want to go ahead and open up my calendar on Friday. I can click in here and then just type in the times I'm going to be available. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and be available from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay. And then we'll click out of there. Okay. Now we have availability on Friday, but let's say that maybe Wednesday I have baseball practice. So I'm going to go ahead and just highlight all of this and delete it. And then on Wednesdays, I'm going to be closed, as you can see right there. Now, when you're setting your availability hours, you want to go ahead and set some limits as well. So over here on the right of set hours and availability, you're going to see calendar scheduling limits. This is really important. So you want to go ahead and scroll through these. So for me, I don't like to take last minute clients. So I require them to schedule at least 24 hours in advance, and that gives me a day to prepare. So you can go ahead and change this around. So maybe you want 48 hours to prepare. You can go ahead and change it to 48, or maybe in your business, you only need 12 hours. So you can go ahead and delete this and change it over to 12 hours. Also, I don't really like my clients to schedule so far in advance that they forget. So the maximum they can schedule in advance is going to be 4 days in the future, but that really depends on who you're selling to. So for you, maybe it's only going to be 3 days, or maybe it's going to be 30 days. That's really up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and change it to the 30 days. Also with my clients, I require them to pay up front. However, they do have the option to go ahead and cancel, but I don't let them cancel less than 24 hours in advance. So you can go ahead and change that as well. So let's say maybe you want them to cancel more than 36 hours in advance. You can go ahead and update that. Also down here, you can go ahead and set a maximum amount of appointments. So the maximum appointments I'm going to take on are going to be 6 per day. So let me go ahead and change this to max number per day, and I'll change this to 6. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this limitation of max hours per day. Okay. Also right here, when you're setting up your availability in Acuity, you can go ahead and change this. So I work alone, but if you have other appointment setters or closers, you can open this up. So for each time slot, I can only take 1 appointment because it's just me. However, if there were 3 of us, we can go ahead and maybe change that to 3 appointments per time slot. Once you set that up, go ahead and click on Save Limits. Okay, now you can see it has been updated. So there you have it, guys. If you're wondering how to set your availability hours in Acuity scheduling, that's the easiest way I know how to do it. If you know an easier way, be sure to leave a comment below. Let the rest of us know how you did it. Hopefully you found that video useful. If so, click thumbs up, or maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.